Miranda. I'll be sort of your moderator today, but actually I'm doing no talking. All I did was sort of to have fun and had Lin Manuel. I want to start with a question for everyone in the Heights cast. I want each of them to introduce themselves, but actually talk about when did they join the In the Heights project, so that we have a sense of when people were jumping into this wonderful project called In the Heights. So we're going to start with Chris Jackson.
I like watching Lin watch me talk about meeting him. We're friends.
As long as I got a job, you got a job.
Hi, everybody. I met Lin in December of 2002, which is a long time ago. Fully recognizing that some of you in this room were born when that happened. Wow. In the basement of the drama bookshop. Yeah. He was downstairs playing something on the piano, and Thomas Cale was there, and Bill Sherman was there, and we met, and he handed me some lyrics. He was like, "Hey, learn this rap." That's a good Lin, isn't it? I learned this rap with him, and I was like, oh wow, there's somebody writing a musical with rap in it. I'm there. Yeah. And then we did a show. Then we did another show.
Wait a minute, slow down. Several things happened from reading to stage reading. Jesus Christ, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I met my wife doing
Who introduced you to your wife?
What?
Who was Cupid in that situation?
Everybody in the Heights. Starting with this one right here, she's like, ooh, I think you like her. I'm gonna help you. Yes, she did. Mandy Gonzalez, ladies and gentlemen.
I was trying to throw in the towel, quit the business, and I took a job as a general manager in a restaurant on 10th Avenue in Manhattan. And a friend from college had written a musical and was badgering me to do this reading of it. And I thought, you know, cool, that'll be the last thing I do, and then I'm just gonna, you know, figure something else out. And so at the very first rehearsal, there's an actress in the room, and she's staring at me. She's the only one I don't know in the room. And the next day, I get a message on my beeper voicemail, because it's the days of beepers and voicemails.
It's a long story, kids.
Dark ages. It's her, and she says on the message that she's part of this. The development of this new musical. Would I be interested they're auditioning for a role, would I be interested in sort of like, you know, meeting with her and talking about it? And so, you know, I actually thought, like, that's a sign. So I invited her to the restaurant, and after my shift, we sat at a table. She handed me the script, and she also handed me a CD. And I popped it into my CD player.
I believe they call them story. It's all things.
Really dark ages, guys. So, and I listened to the first song, and it was the opening number of In the Heights, and it was this guy rapping, and yes, indeed, and I heard it and thought, yeah, let me take this home and read it and listen to it now, and let's talk tomorrow. And that was it. I went home, I listened to the entire recording of that CD, I read through the script, I saw. It was like I was looking at people who were just my family. Authenticity, integrity, hard-working, you know, family. and there was no drugs and no crime and no caricatures. There was dignity in this piece, and the music was so damn good. And that's it. I said yes. And
But you didn't audition for Usnavi, you auditioned for Lincoln.
yes, it actually was a character that Nina had a brother.
I had a brother.
And his name was Lincoln, and I auditioned for Lincoln in the room with the entire dream team, and yes,
That's a good song.
yes. And that's how it happened. And then the Usnavi thing is a whole other story.
Janet,
Caw!
country that joined for the ending number of In the Heights. So it was all of you and 75 other actors who came from all over the country who had been playing In the Heights, in schools, in regional theaters. But one of the things that I want to ask all of you, I know that you, Lin Manuel, there is at least 50 plus songs that never made it into the show, or that were in the show at different.
This is the one place on earth where I feel.
In your head and leave important things unsaid. It's difficult to talk about, so hear me out.
Hasn't stayed the same. So a lot of the songs that were in that script that Lin gave me remain. That Valia song, 96,000 was in there. The opening was in there. So a lot of it remained. The Salon Ladies had their song. I think we changed some of what the gossip was. But when I got it, the script was what I felt it was about on first reading. Here's why I loved it: is that it wasn't about one person. It was really about community. And except for that, the plot kept kind of a little bit distracting away from that essence. There were some rent elements in it. There was a love triangle. And so I was just like, when we met at that diner, I was like, to me, this is a story about not one character or what happens with the love triangle or something like that. This is a story about what happens to a community as a group as they rise or fall together. And I think I wasn't telling him anything he didn't know. It was just like, so are we game for that? And that is how ultimately the character of Lincoln fell away. The character of these three businesses, like pitching it as three businesses, actually felt like a new focus, even though they were in there. But it's like, one of them's about to fold. One of them is moving location, so that story, that was from my
That
point of view.
emerged from what was already there. I'll never forget the first time we met at the Market Cafe, and I've never told you this story, but I think Tommy and I met two other potential book writers. And then when he met you, he was like, yeah, you really gotta meet her. And Jill Furman was like, yeah, you really gotta meet her. And we sat and we talked for like an hour and a half, I think, at the Market Cafe, and I remember I was so excited that you got the show. Like, you just got it. Like, what needed to happen so well that I fake goodbye to you. I hugged you, went down into the train station at 42nd Street, and then came up another stairway so I could call Tommy. I couldn't wait to get to 207th Street, which is like where I lived. I had to get right back up. Tommy, this is it. We're done. We got it. Yeah, now we both live up there.
But I was fake goodbye. I'm so honored. But really, it's like,
My wildest dreams. Created a community I never really felt as a kid. And when you see these regional productions and you see these kids, you've had them all tweet to you. These kids, you've been in these regional productions of the show, and someone's first kiss is Benny Nina, or someone's lifelong best friend is Daniela and Carla, and those shows that you do when you're in school, you feel them on a cellular level, and the fact that this has created community for so many communities. It is, I'll never forget, Pilo, you said it to me, opening night, you said, you are throwing a rock in a pond, and you have no idea the ripples that are gonna come back to you. Do you remember this? It was because of
Yes, I remember that, but you freaked me out because when I went to see Hamilton, and I'm like destroyed, and it was that picture in the New York Times, my back, and I'm holding you, and you said to me, oh, I just wanted to make you proud. I just wanted to create another ripple, and I said, ripple? I said, this is a tsunami.